Welcome back to Afternoon Express on SABC3. Now, he's a familiar voice on Goodhope FM as the breakfast show's sports presenter, as well as being one of Cape Town's top comedians. His one-man show, I Came, I Taught, I Left, is about to return for a final run at the Baxter Theater in Cape Town after a week-long sold-out run last year. Joining us on the couch is former high school teacher turned funny man, Dalin Oliver. Welcome, Dalin.
Hey, Bonnie. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, lovely to have you here. So you were a teacher.
Yes, such a lovely intro as well. Wow, all my teacher mentions, etc.
That's how we roll here on Afternoon Express.
I was a teacher, but not for long. I taught for about 5 months, and then I called it quits. So I studied, I did my undergrad, and then postgrad, I did my postgraduate certificate in education, maths and history. Taught for 2 months and realized, okay, it's not for me just yet. Then obviously pursued comedy and sports presenting. Fortunately, I haven't had to teach it, but still trying to work with the youngsters. I coach a bit of cricket, so junior age groups from about 6, 7, 8, 9 up until 15. Did
you find your sense of humour helped you navigate the classroom a whole lot better? I mean, maybe did the students enjoy maths more?
Yeah, well, maths was
because I would have loved a funny man as a maths teacher.
Yeah, maths in general, I think there's so much comedy in it half the time. If you don't know the answer, you're like, kids, that's homework, and you can go find out and ask your parents. But it was cool because I taught at Wynberg Boys, which is the school that I matriculated at.
Yeah, it's a great school.
Yeah, so, which is an interesting dynamic because I've performed at the school before, so a lot of the youngsters knew that I was a comedian. Yeah, so they pushed their luck quite a bit. Like, there'd be instances where I'd be serious because they didn't do homework, and I'd say, guys, you need to do your homework, etc., etc. I'm giving you detention. Awkward silence. And then they started laughing at me. Yeah, so then they started laughing, and from there you realized, okay, I'm gonna have to have a different angle. But fortunately, I think they respected me. I hope they did. And it was a cool relationship. I mean, the youngsters, I understand that they are energetic and they need that environment where they can be a bit out there, but at the same time do their work.
So your one-man show, I Came, I Taught, I Left, is backed by popular demand. It was sold out for a week-long run at the Baxter. What are the main themes of it?
So I Came, I Taught, I Left. It's basically a narrative of my journey so far. So I attended 2 high schools, South Peninsula High and then Wynberg Boys. So non-Model C, co-ed, and then Model C, single sex. So it's that dynamic, and then matriculating at Wynberg, and then studying, and then going back to teach at Wynberg. And then the interaction with those youngsters. And then from there, I speak about coaching because I'm quite big into my cricket. Played some junior provincial cricket while at high school. So then it's the dynamic of the youngsters while coaching them and their responses. And there's no filter. They just say the first thing that pops to their mind. One kid asked me on an occasion, so would you like a date? And then I was like, no, I'm not hungry. It's like, no, sir, a date. My mommy knows that you're single, so she wants to set you up on a date with my auntie. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Let's see how we move around the situation. And then from there, just chatting about the general love I have for cricket and how it affected that little journey.
Yeah. Speaking of your love for cricket, you're also a sports presenter on Goodhope FM. How did you get into sports presenting?
Yeah, that was actually an interesting ride as well. It was the Goodhope FM campus DJ search in 2010. So I was a third-year student, BA Politics and History up at UCT. Yeah, and then it was in, I think, April.
You've got quite a brain on you.
Fake it till you make it, eh? But yeah, so then 3rd year, and they had a campus DJ search. I entered by chance. Stage fright, big time. So you had tutorials or presentations. I'd be that guy who just stayed away from it and fluffed over all his presentations. And then my buddies dared me, like, dude, give it a shot. I gave it a shot, and fortunately they enjoyed that. But so then I won the UCT league, and then was a top 5 finalist. And then once I was done studying, I contacted the radio station. They were cool enough to get me involved. So
that's awesome. You're also developing as an actor. You were in a movie called Finders Keepers with Stuart Taylor, who's also your director, your stage show director.
Yeah, so that was an interesting experience because we filmed last year, June and July, and Stuart Taylor's director of my one-man show, and he's also one of the main cast members in Finders Keepers. Very different experience compared to being on stage, because on stage I'm very animated, using my hands and physical features. Off stage, on camera with acting, I had to narrow everything down. So, for example, the first day of filming, we were doing a shot with over the one actress's shoulder. They're getting it on me, and I was all these hand gestures, etc., etc. And they're like, cool, we're changing the angle. Dalin, just remember for continuity, you have to keep the same.
Yeah.
The same gestures. I was like, continuity, what's that? They're like, no, all the gestures
Everything
you have to repeat. I was like, oh, I can't even remember my lines, guys. I don't even know how this is going to work. But after the 6-week process, it worked out nicely. One of the other leads, Niels van Jasveld, was awesome working alongside him for that period. And that experience that he had, he just kind of calmed me down. Said, enjoy it, man. So yeah, the film releases in June, I think June 24.
Okay.
So the script is funny. Very good script, a cool cast, Grant Swanby's in it, Sivan Casey, Irshad Ali, Lisa Slava. So once that movie is shown, I'm going to be panicking in the corner, sitting like this, like, guys.
It's good to panic.
I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm excited. Yeah, it's a cool experience.
Yeah. And what's up for the future for you? What's on the horizon?
Well, we've got the show now that we're filming, the return run, which I'm very excited about. And then on the 5th of March, it's the final evening, we're filming the DVD. So
that's incredible.
That's going to be cool. So it's a 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. show. We'll do the DVD live recording, get some bits with the audience as well. Pre and post show, they better just say nice things. No, it was amazing, even if they lie, etc. But thereafter, I'm heading to Paul with the show, start of April, and then I'll do PE, and then go up to Joburg for a bit to the club circuit, and then Arts Fest again in Grahamstown. So just trying to stay busy.
Yeah, all the best with the tour.
Thank you.
It sounds like it's going to be a busy year for you.
Yeah, if there's audience members, then it should be even better.
Awesome.
So yeah, looking forward to it.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Dalin.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Dalin's one-man stand-up comedy show, I Came, I Taught, I Left, will be running at the Baxter in Cape Town from the 22nd of Feb till the 5th of March. So make sure you go check it out. For now, though, let's see how Danilo's coming along in the kitchen. Express yourself. How you doing, YouTube fam? Thank you so much for watching, sharing and commenting. We love hearing from you, so be sure to keep up to date with all things Afternoon Express by clicking the subscribe button right here.